Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about iOS 26.1. This update is coming really soon. In a matter of weeks now. It's coming out to the public. Most likely in 2 to 3 weeks it will be released, and it offers a ton of new features and improvements. So in today's video I will show you guys more than 40 new features and changes coming to your device with the new iOS 26.1. Now before we get into all that, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you guys that watch my videos are currently not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the videos and you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out a lot. And we're starting things off with the liquid glass. Now Apple has done some adjustments and added some stuff when it comes to liquid glass with iOS 26.1. Now the first of them is on the lock screen. So when you go to your lock screen on iOS 26.1 and you try to edit your clock, you can see now this table that pops up right here is now on liquid glass, which looks of course way better. Now Apple has adjusted the liquid glass right here on the buttons on the Photos app, and you can see now they look much better. It's much easier to actually see what is written on those. Also the dock is now on full liquid glass on the home screen, and it looks, in my opinion, much better than the dock on iOS 26. Also, if you go to the phone app, now the buttons do have the liquid glass, which is really awesome. Now another thing that has changed on iOS 26.1 when it comes to liquid glass is that now the writing tools are actually on liquid glass as well. Now of course it's a bit hard here to notice it because it's a white background, but it's liquid glass all around here. And also when you go to compose something, you can see now we have a bit of color right there, so a bit of a tint, which looks really awesome. Now we have also a small change here on the control center. The highlights on the toggles right here are now much brighter and they look really cool. Also, if you have like multiple pages right here on the control center, you will notice that they actually have a bounce effect, which also looks very smooth. There are a ton of changes on the settings app as well. First of all, whenever you go to different pages like this, you can see now they have aligned the text and the title right there to the left, which is pretty cool. I really like that, better than being in the center. It looks much better because it goes with the alignment of the different sections right here. Also, this is one of my favorite features of iOS 26.1. If you go here under accessibility and you go to the display and text size, you will have a new option. So right there we have a new option to show borders. Let me enable it and just show you guys what it does. So if we have that enabled, you can see when we go to different things, like you can see here the calculator, it has a border around all the elements that have liquid glass, border here around the dock, borders here around the toggles on the control center. So basically anywhere you go, you will have these borders that will basically outline everything. So you can see right here the different menus, everything has an outline for every UI element on the liquid glass, and it makes them look actually much better. And it also is much easier for someone to actually distinguish different menus in the liquid glass effect. Moving on here under display and brightness, a small change right here. You will now have the stock iOS 26 wallpapers on the preview, and we also have a new section on the general settings. Going here, we have here local capture here, and it's basically an option that you could have accessed before from the control center, but now it has its own section under the general settings. You will have the save locations right there, so you can choose where you want to save your local captures, and you can enable audio only as well. Now we also have a new option here. When you go to security, privacy and security, you scroll all the way down here, you will have background security improvements. This is basically a new feature added on iOS 26, and you can see right here it also shows you your installed updates. Tapping here, you can see it says remove background security. You can remove and restart from here, but you don't want to do that, so you can enable it here and also view here a text that explains what this feature is about. Now here's another one on the settings app under sounds and haptics. When you enable the silent mode, now the toggle becomes red. As you can see, this one is green, but for the silent mode is red. also there are notifications forwarding features that are coming to iOS, maybe with 26.1. We don't know that yet, but that has been found on the code, as well as third-party AI integration that also has been spotted on the code of iOS 26.1 Beta 3. Moving on and talking about alarms, we have now slide to stop for alarms and timers. That's actually pretty cool, and it has changed. It has brought back basically the slide on iOS just like it was before. Slide to unlock, it was pretty cool. Now we have slide to stop there for alarms and timers. Moving into Safari, if you use the bottom view here on Safari, you can see it has changed. It's much bigger now, it's much wider, and it just wraps around the corners here. Now this is something that has actually changed system-wide, and you can see even the pop-ups right here are more rounded. They don't just merge in the bottom of your iPhone, but have this rounded look, and of course look much better than before. On the lock screen, we have here a new icon for extended wallpapers. Whenever you extend a wallpaper, you will see now that text with a little icon. There's also a new icon and animation to pitch photo to crop, so right here again on the lock screen while setting a wallpaper. There are changes to the folders as well. As you can see, just like for settings, they have also aligned the title of the folder to the left, and of course the text is now much bolder. We also have a new gesture here for the select menu, so whenever you select a piece of text, you can no longer swipe here to just scroll through the menu. You will have the option here once you select to tap that button to invoke the full menu, or what you can do here is just swipe from the right to the left and it will expand to the full menu, which is really cool. Another change on the home screen will be the new TV icon that has been added on the third beta. And as you can notice it right there, we now have that gradient look right there on the TV letters and also on the Apple logo, and not just a white TV and Apple logo. Now another change will be on the clock icon. You can see right there, if you notice, the seconds are very smooth on the clock icon. You can just test this for yourself if you have a device on the third beta of iOS 26.1. But once we go to the low power mode, you will notice that the animation will change and actually the seconds will tick just like they do on a regular clock. There's also a new icon for the history on your calculator, so you can see that little circle right there indicating the history of your calculations. Now here's another change on the lock screen. When you're listening to music and you have the full screen album art, while swiping up, you will notice that it won't actually remove the album art. Previously this would go up with your screen right here, but now you can see it stays in place and you can swipe up to go to your home screen. There are also new animations for different menus, like on the control center right here. You can see if I tap and hold there to expand the airdrop, it has a new animation that is very similar to the one that Apple demonstrated at WWDC 2025. You might not notice it right here from the video, but if you slow this down and compare to iOS 26, it's quite different. Now another change on the keyboard, if you go to a letter that has like alternative characters, you will notice if I go here, tap and hold, that menu that pops up is now much wider, making it easier for you to notice the letters that are right there. Now one pretty cool thing is that now when you select multiple wallpapers, you can actually set them as shuffle wallpapers directly from here. So we'll have that button to create shuffle wallpapers, which is actually really cool, and it makes it much easier for you to set a shuffle wallpaper and not just have to do it from the lock screen. And on the Photos app, we have a new video scrubber right here, so a brand new menu right here to scrub between your video, which is really awesome. Now another change that you will find on the Photos app is that when you tap and hold a photo, you can see now the share, the favorite, and the delete buttons are actually at the top and not on this list, which is actually really awesome. Now here's another one. When you go to view your screenshots that you have saved on the Photos app, now all the other elements, all the other photos will be right down here, and they won't block the view of your screenshot. on the fitness app on iOS 26.1, if you go to the new workout section, you can now actually create a new custom workout from here. You can just go ahead, add a workout, select the workout you want from here, set the duration, the start, and all that. So create custom workouts directly from your iPhone with iOS 26.1. The game mode you can see right there has changed as well. The pop-up that we get when our iPhones goes into the game mode has been changed, and it's now much wider. Another change is on the iMessage app, which is actually a bad change. I think Apple has removed with the third beta. Hopefully it will be back with the next betas on the final release, but as far as the third beta goes, they have removed the backgrounds for SMS and RCS messages, and you can no longer set custom backgrounds for those types of messages. There's also a new updated page for the Apple Watch. When you go to update your Apple Watch, Apple has also brought back slide over for iPads, and also we have now more languages for Apple Intelligence, as well as more languages for the live translation feature of iOS. So these are the new features and changes that are coming to your device with the new iOS 26.1. Over 40 new features and changes that will make your device much better. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, smash that like button and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.